All right, good morning, you guys. We are kind of at the end of class. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. It just went so fast. Okay, so it is July 2nd. We are in July 2nd through the 7th. You are finishing chapters 21 through 25. You are in the last leg of your class. Congratulations. Yay. So, and then final is the next week, and you'll have several minutes time to do that, and it is all multiple choice, so with a few things to write about, small formal essays, nothing huge, so don't get freaked out about it. But if you've been doing your practice tests and you've done all the journals, I think you're not going to have a problem with this. Okay, so let's take a look at chapters 21 through 25. How did you guys like 15 through 20? Since we really didn't have anything to talk about there, I didn't really have any dialogue with you, so I kind of missed you this week. All right, so 21 through 25. Okay, another meaty amount of work to look at. Let's take a look, see what we're dealing with here. Oh, so much work you guys have done. All right, so here we are, 21, 25. In these chapters, we're going to look at how artists express and interpret our world in the periods of the late 18th and 19th century, early 20th century, between the world wars, postmodern movement, postmodernity, and global art. Okay, so let's just see what it is. Oh, more videos. Okay, so these are great little videos about each particular style: neoclassical, romanticism, realism, impressionism, post-impressionism. And then early 20th century, Fauvism, Cubism, a little bit more about Brancusi's The Kiss, Alfred Stieglitz in the modern spirit of the times, and George O'Keeffe, following on his heels, and the futurist movement. Oh, look, more Duchamp. We love Duchamp. And The Case of Abstraction. Great, super fast video. Just like if you want to learn about abstraction in like 20 minutes or less, it's like an amazing video put out by PBS. And then Between the World Wars, Dada, Ready-Mades, again by Duchamp, and a little discussion about the Dadaists with Hannah Hock. And then Surrealism with Salvador Dali, and then a tiny bit about Rodchenko, and we've seen a little bit of that in the graphic design section of this course. De Stijl, and someone talking about that. Architecture, Picasso's Guernica, amazing piece of work. Frida and Diego, and then Latin American modernism. A little bit about Frida and Kahlo together. Postmodern movements, abstract expressionism. Now you've seen the film, delve deeper into this by looking at Jackson Pollock and Rothko, Lichtenstein and Reinhardt, and Saul LeWitt, Robert Rauschenberg, Robert Smithson's Spiral Jetty, which incidentally is, because it's an earthwork, is often sinking. And so they're always having to go repair the spiral jetty, which is a question about installation in earthworks. How far do you go with it? Is it something that just because of the nature of it will be reduced to sort of going away naturally? Like when you think about Andrew Goldsworthy's pieces, all of his rocks and sculptures with leaves and things like that. He documents it all with photographs so that he can show you what he's done, because often those things just disappear. All right, Carrie Mae Weems, Vito Conti, and and then a little bit about the Guerrilla Girls, feminists, and guerrilla work. Okay, postmodernity and global art, deconstructive architecture. Oh, and this is a great little bit. I hope you get to it. The history of American graffiti, from subway to gallery walls. Terrific video put together there. Yarn bomb trees, you might see some of those on your travels. And then artists using visual projections to change people's faces. And the New Brow, this is, again, a little bit about graffiti, tattoo, things that are underground art, maybe that we think of that way, but have sort of found their way into gallery exhibitions. And then a little global art, The Plastic Ocean, great movie. If you haven't seen it, go to see it, or probably now on Netflix. And then your final, yes, your final journal prompt. Oh my gosh. All right, so look at the Chris Jordan digital images, including images from his various themes, Midway, Running the Numbers, Intolerable Beauty, and In Katrina's Wake, and describe how you think his work reflects the ideas about nature, knowledge, and technology. And then, in addition, make a comment about the aesthetic nature of his work. Can we find a sense of beauty in the underbelly of consumer societies? Question mark, don't know. What about in destruction and overconsumption? You looked at Rauschenberg's destructive painting of Willem de Kooning's work, and so you've kind of done that before, but again, the question is there. So be specific in your answers, give additional examples or references if you want. Okay, so yippee, that is where we're at. Okay, so to review for your final on July 14th, which is online, it's open book. It needs to be completed in 3 hours with many attempts. You can fit it in, and the system will keep your highest score after your time limit is up. The exam opens at 8 a.m. and closes at 11 p.m. on July 14th. And to give yourself enough time, that means you should start as early as possible, no later than 5 p.m. on July 14th, okay? So my suggestion for review is to focus on the last chapters we've covered since midterm, so that means chapters 9 through 25. Ideas like form, content, elements from pre-midterm would also be a good idea to review. And then you'll find a few essay questions, okay? And visual vocabulary is something that I'm always looking for. Anyway, final thought. I hope you've learned to appreciate art in all its iterations. Maybe even you fell in love with it a little bit. You might be asking, that might be asking just way too much. But in this class, so to even consider taking another course in or two in art history or studio art to learn more. And then, of course, you've been exposed to local places to see art, but here I'm giving you them once more. All right? Okay, so I'll do another video for next week, but this is just to sort of calm your fears about final and focus on the last 21 through 25, and I think we'll be good. All right, that's it. Have a great 4th, and I'll talk to you next week. Thanks.